So, welcome. I'm Sue Cooper, co-director of Feast for the Soul, and this is day 29 of Feast 2026. And this is Thriving Thursday. And I believe, as do so many of us who meditate, that we thrive when we move ourselves into a place of gentle stillness, where the mind's had a chance to settle and the body bit of time to relax. So what I thought today was I would look at a couple of words. Um, One is patience and the other one is slow. So I was very aware about the work of heart math, and we've had Gavin Andrews on here from heart math. And heart math measures what they call heart rate variability. And that, as far as I believe, is a space between each heartbeat. You know, you have an up and a down, and then it sort of goes like this, and up and a down. And it's that bit in between the heartbeat, and it's each heartbeat. And that's what we often call in some of our practices the gap. So life expresses itself with this life-giving pauses. It's like the beat between music. It's the space between the in-breath and the out-breath. So I thought we'd explore that today and move into this place of stillness, slowing it all down so that when we come out back into the world, we've got that sense of being refreshed. Our nervous system has had an opportunity to settle down, and we move into the world with more presence. So that's what we'll do today. So I've got a reading. I've got two readings. One I'd like to read first, then we'll move into a gentle body scan and into the silence for 10 minutes. And then I've got a beautiful poem at the end called Slow Me Down. So before we start, shall we just settle in so that I can tell you this message from the World Renewal, which was given to me actually. I think it was printed in May 2010. And you know, these are eternal wisdoms, aren't they? So it's never really about the date. So here we go. Patience. And it starts with a quote from John Cabot-Zinn. Patience is a form of wisdom. It demonstrates that we understand and accept the fact that sometimes things must unfold in their own time. So this is from the World Renewal. One of the principal aims of all spiritual people is to eradicate barriers. Yet patience is the creation of a barrier, a gentle but implacable barrier dividing feeling from expression. It is not a dead barrier, a brick wall, but something live, built systematically over a long space of time. It is also a protection. On one side, there's feeling. Feeling runs deep and fast. They would flood your life given half a chance. Swim along with them, and whilst there can be exhilaration, there can also be drowning. Without any barrier, feeling finds instant expression. Life is simply a series of actions done with spontaneity, and words are the same. For someone with any sense of beauty and control, there has to be patience in between. Patience doesn't do anything any more than a wall does. It simply slows you down. Slowing down expression is the first way to speed up spiritual progress. It also, unlike a wall, opens up your vision, gives you time to assess the future, gently to think. One of the forces most challenging the patience is not other people, but simply one's own body. Watch to what extent verbal expression is dictated by the state of the body, The body feels heavy, the mind feels heavy, and the words fall like lead on the air. The body is well, and life follows suit. Patience lets ill health bounce off it. It comes in between, does nothing, just is, like the wall, or the traditional form of the protective mother, whose very presence offers refuge. And just as a child can sit on a mother's lap, so too can you sit on the wall of patience and just watch. It is often dangerous to do anything else. Means and measures are temporary. One day the wall will be knocked down. When feelings have grown up sufficiently to be worthy of instant expression, that will be the moment of freedom. For anyone pursuing the life of spirituality, it is a natural aim to become whole. No sergeant majors of self-criticism, not even patience, just joy. So meditation is about practicing patience. It's lovely. So let's start our practice. So we've checked that we're warm enough to begin with. I ask you to just have a little look round to make sure that you feel safe and comfortable in your room. And when you're ready, I invite you to close your eyes or soften your gaze. And then take a breath. Doesn't matter how long the breath is or how short. No judgment here. Just notice the breath. Where do you feel it in the body? And then do you feel that you may benefit from a longer, deeper breath? Just feel into it. This is your practice. What will give you even more comfort in the moment? So settling into this breath, becoming probably aware of the chattering mind as it pulls your attention often, and with kindness, bring it back to the point of focus. And sense the breath in the body. Sense it in the heart space. Connecting with the movement of the chest, as if your vision is inside you. You maybe can feel the beat of the heart as well when your vision starts to move, the inner vision inside. So let's move our attention now to this rhythmic breathing and honouring the heart math breath. Let's start to move into a count in your own time of the same number if you're counting in as out. I often find counting to 5 good, just to get that rhythmic flow. Breathing in for 5 or 4, but breathing out the same number. Probably without a pause in between. Let it be a flow breath. Keep coming back to the count. Find comfort. Find flow. And then let the count drop and just be with the breath flowing in and out naturally. And now we'll gently relax the body. So as if your attention is still inside this beautiful body, relax the scalp and the forehead, and the eyes and the eyebrows. Soften the cheeks, the jaw, and bring the tongue forward to rest behind the upper front teeth. Relax the neck, front and back. Take the chin down just a little for the alignment. The shoulders up and back. Take your attention all the way down, your arms to the palms of your hands. And sense where the palms of your hands are, resting gently on your lap. And if you at any stage want to move and realign, please do. And let's move our attention back to the chest. We feel the movement of the chest as we breathe in. And take your attention round the back now, the back of the chest, and feel the movement of the chest wall as you breathe in and out. Down into the area of the mid-back and the upper belly. And then down into the area of the navel. And then the lower tummy, the lower belly. Consciously relax this area so that the whole of the trunk now is relaxed. And in this moment, if there's any area that feels a little uncomfortable, just move into it and then breathe. Open up more spaciousness with the awareness. And then into the area of the sacral area, the pelvic floor area, the sacrum, the sacral area. And breathe into this area where the hips are, the pelvic floor. And check if you're sitting on your sit bones or on the base of the spine. And if you want to, just move forward a little so that you have that spine more in alignment. And then into the hips and the upper legs. Sometimes it's good to squeeze the buttock muscles and the upper legs, and then on the out breath, just relax it a little more. Into the knees. And as we move into the lower legs, calves and shins, you may start to feel tingling, the sensation of movement, of the pulsation, of the energy force within you. And into the ankles, into the heels of the feet, the soles of the feet, and the 10 toes. Maybe lift the 10 toes, wiggle them and place them back down on the earth. So this beautiful body is relaxed. In this stillness, you'll notice that the breath starts to slow. It starts to become more shallow. Just notice. The body is ready for this pause. The mind is slowing. The heart is present. The beat of the heart is always with us in the present moment. Sense the movement or the beat of the heart and the life force in the body. Simply being present now. And as we move into our peaceful practice, it may be that you have a mantra. It may be that you would like to simply say silently, breathing in and breathing out. Or you may want to say the words peace and love. Just settle into just some simple word that resonates with you now. And we'll move into this silent space together. I'll watch the time and then I'll bring you gently out. If you find your mind wanders, that's fine. Just bring it back to the focus, which is the breathing in, the breathing out, and the mantra. Let the mantra gently fade away. And just rest in this stillness. And we take a deeper breath, a conscious deeper breath. We come out of our meditation slowly. So sense the breath within and feel what the body would love a little more of, a little more breath maybe. Maybe a little movement. Just feel for yourself what's nourishing and which will help you start to feel a little more energized from the stillness. So maybe wiggle toes, wiggle fingers. And simply by doing this, the breath deepens. And maybe put a smile on the lips as well as you're breathing through this smile. And then be aware, whilst the eyes are still closed, of where you're sitting or lying. And then press back, maybe press into the floor or into the back of the chair. Feel yourself being held. And again, before you open your eyes, let's just have a gentle movement of a stretch so that you're stretching into the space, if that feels the right thing to do. And maybe give yourself a loving embrace on the next out breath or in breath. It may be that you want to put your arms around your shoulders. It may be that you want to cup your face like you would to a beautiful, loving child. What feels kind and caring to yourself in this stillness as we move into movement? And let's just rest our hands on our heart space. It may be palms together or hands in butterfly position. And then notice the movement of the chest. And give gratitude for the movement of the breath, the natural movement of the breath. Gratitude to yourself for being present to this meditation. And gratitude to each other and all those people in the world who are seeking a more peaceful future. So if you should like to open your eyes or keep your eyes closed, whichever feels right for you, I'm just going to read you a few words into the stillness. And it's a prayer called Slow Me Down by Wilfred A. Peterson. Slow me down, Lord. Ease the pounding of my heart by the quietening of my mind. Steady my hurried pace with the vision of the eternal march of time. Give me amid the confusion of the day the calmness of the eternal hills. Break the tension of my nerves and muscles with the soothing music of the singing streams that live in my memory. Help me to know the magical restorative power of sleep. Teach me the art of taking small vacations, of slowing down to look at a flower, to chat with a friend, to pat a dog, to read a few lines of a good book. Remind me each day of the fable of the hare and the tortoise, that I may know that the race is not always to the swift, that there is more to life than increasing its speed. Let me look upwards into the branches of the towering trees and know that they grow tall because they grow slowly and well. Slow me down and inspire me to send my roots deep into the soil of life's enduring values, that I may grow towards the stars of my greater destiny. So take a breath. Let that settle into your bones and into your muscles and into your heart. Slow me down. And when we slow down, we are able to become more present. And when we become more present, the awareness expands. And when the awareness expands, we sense into this greater world, into this greater place that we live, breathe, enjoy. This earth, this sky, where we live, the people that are present to us. And then joy starts to enter into the being that we are. So, with your eyes open, I'd love to say thank you so much for being on this meditation today. And I wish you a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.